Hi guys, happy Sunday to you. You're welcome to my LS. You are welcome. How's it been? I hope you're doing great. You're doing good. Yeah, guys. Today we'll be discussing about violent relationship. Okay, violent marriage. Marriage that goes wrong. What would you do if you have a sibling that has been going through emotional trauma in her marriage? Are you still going to encourage her? Are you leave, or you will still tell her to keep enduring, to keep managing the marriage? Lot of things are going on these days. Lots of things are going behind closed door that even the so-called men of God, people that we look up to that represent Christ, are doing silly things these days. There is this video that has been trending now on social media. One prophet, Sylvester Ofori, a Ghanaian that is based in Orlando, the United States of America. He decided sometime last week, Tuesday, around maybe on the 11th or so, September 2020, he killed his wife. Yes, you heard me. He killed his beloved wife. Let me not use the word beloved, because if he's beloved to him, I don't think he would have done what he did. All right? He wouldn't have done that. How can somebody you say you love, you want to cherish, you would like to spend the rest of your life with, for better, for worse, in riches, in poorer, in sickness, in health, and at the end of the day, you will decide that enough is enough. You don't want to be seeing this person again on planet Earth. Fine and good. If you know you are tired of the person, you are tired of seeing him or her on planet Earth, I think the best bet is for you to walk away. Go your separate ways. Break up. There should be pathways, okay, than for you to decide to take the life that you never created. And you call yourself a minister of Christ, the minister of the word of God, who stands on the pulpit to preach the gospel to the hearing of everybody. You are standing on the pulpit preaching salvation to people to repent of their evil deeds. You are standing on the pulpit preaching on how to secure breakage of marriage, on how to secure marriages that are going into destruction. Whereas you is even the devil incarnate himself. You are devil incarnate yourself. How can you call yourself a minister of Christ? People look up to you. You represent Christ in human form on earth. You decide to go to the place of where your wife works, where she makes a daily living, and shot her to death. As if that is not enough, after shooting her, what did you do? You stood on her and shot her to make sure she's finally gone. You can see the title of this discussion. I said, if it were you, what would you do? Before now, there was a video that has also been trending whereby this pastor was seen threatening that if he did not murder his wife, that is to say, he's not a man. He was telling the siblings of this deceased, Barbara, Tommy, okay? And come to think of it, this man in question have been arrested, they said from 2016 or so. Is 1 year, one trouble. Happy sexy mama, happy Sunday to you. Good to see you. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for coming. I'm good, I'm good. We thank the name of the Lord. Okay. Yes, happy Sunday to you as well, my dear. Thank you for coming. All right. If it were you, what would you do? If you have a sister, you have a brother who is going through abusive marriage, you are aware, sometimes in abusive marriage, especially with the women, we try to hide it. We try to hide it from family. We try to hide it from friends so that people will not make jest of us. I think you won't marry. Okay, you don't marry now. All right. So, but in the place that you are aware that your siblings is being abused in her marriage, thank you for the thumbs up, or is being abused in his marriage. I'm not talking about verbal abuse here. I'm talking about when your husband or your wife is beating you up all the time. All right? Even verbal abuse, I'm not supporting it. It hurts because they say if the ear did not hear bad words, the mind will not get upset. So when you as a woman or as a man, your siblings cried out to you that this is what they are facing, what would you advise that your siblings to do? Will you ask her to be staying in the marriage, or you will call her by her name and draw her ears to walk out of the marriage? What do you think is the best option for this? Because things are happening so much these days, too much. The other day, it was a man that killed his wife and also killed himself somewhere in London. Now, trading news, a pastor, a prophet, nobody knows whether he's even a real prophet or a fake one, whether he's the one that called himself or God really called him as he claimed, okay, decide to kill his wife. In that video, I saw him calling the wife a witch. He was telling the siblings of the wife, the late woman now, that the woman is a witch. Okay? So now you calling somebody you said is the love of your life, you love her, you want to be with her, is very bad, yes. I will never advise anyone to stay in abusive marriage. Okay. Yes, happy sexy mama. That is exactly what the brother of this late woman was seen doing. When the man, and funny enough, this man is a minister of God, is a prophet. I hope we all know what prophets and pastors are. They represent Christ on earth. They preach the gospel. They preach salvation to people. On Sunday, he will stand on the pulpit and start preaching and start counseling people, whereas his wife has been going through trauma in her own home, but she did not cry out until that fateful day. Nobody knows. Maybe the siblings must have been seeing what is it called, red eye on their sister, or must have seen scratch on the body. She doesn't know how to hide it anymore. She now said it's Prophet Sylvester Ofori that did it to her. So the video I saw the brother saying that you need to go and make a police report, because this so-called man of God was seen in that video threatening the brother that if he did not kill the woman, that is the brother's sister, that is to say, is not a man. Wow. Not that you even said it to the lady. Let it be as if it's only the lady's ears that heard it. You said it in the presence of her siblings. And really, it wasn't just an ordinary threat. You carried out that your intention by going to where the woman worked at her workplace and shot her dead at the spot. Okay? In United States of America. The marriage have gone sour long ago. This is what we are talking about. The marriage have gone sour long ago. What this woman would have done before now, she would have cried out, or better still, move her from that apartment first. We are talking about life here, because somebody that is gone is gone. There's nobody that will not die. But don't allow somebody to kill you. Don't allow somebody to give you untimely death. A death that is not your own. The kind of death I will say mistake death. Okay? You would have left the house. Good 18, you have siblings that are also based in America there. You don't need to be in the apartment. You don't need to be with the man, the so-called devil incarnate, because this man is a devil. How can you decide to end the life of the woman you is a witch? Even though you have made your findings and you find out that the woman is a witch, and maybe she must have been the one that have caused misfortune on your life, if you think so, why don't you go to the family the way you did when you saw her and ask her hand in marriage? Why didn't you go and tell them to come and take back their sister, that you are no longer interested in the marriage? Instead, what you did was that you went as far as to kill a human created by God, to put pains and agony in the family. Mama, they are fake everywhere. You will see them standing handsomely and beautifully dressed. You will think that all is well in their home. Pastors also cry. Okay, Christ just killed a pretty woman with another man. She was at her workplace where she made money. That was where she was when you shot her. I still say that I don't know why America have legalized gun. I don't know the reason why. Because it's doing more harm than good. To me, it's doing more harm than good. Anybody can just get a gun and trace anybody, and before you know, they will just give that person rest in peace. Even though this man now, as he has been arrested, received jail term, that does not mean that the woman will come back. As Africans, we like hiding our relationship because we don't want to be mocked. We don't want people to laugh at us. We don't want family to now use us as we'll be hiding it, whereas we are passing through pains. In the night, we are crying, fighting, punching. Okay, but we'll be hiding it. Because I strongly believe that if this woman had cried out earlier on, that this is what she is going through in that marriage. Some of these pastors that said it is God, but yet it's the devil that called them, going around confusing people. I don't really understand what is going on. That is how it is when we talk of abusive marriage. Break up. There should be separation. There should be separation. You don't need to be petting. Love. Yes, I believe in love. Love exists. But when you see that that same man that have always said, I cannot do without you, or that woman that have been saying that I cannot do without you as a man, have turned another leaf, my dear, look for means to run away for your life. More especially when it comes to abuse. Sometimes all these threats people just say I will do this, I will do that. It's not just mere threat. It's not mere threat. It is what they have conceived in their hearts. They speak up. They speak out. So, my husband said that he will do this to me, and at the end of the day, tomorrow you now open leg for him. Two of you have made amends. You are now in unity. Yes, it's as at that time, for that moment. After some time again, when the gbege or the wahala comes again, he might carry out his actions, that threat he told you last year, last month, he might carry it. That is why when you get threats like this, it is good to speak out, speak up. Don't die in silence. Pastor that take human life. Now, yes, your pastor that based in the United States of America just shot that woman to death on that fateful day. Shot her to death on that fateful Tuesday morning at work. Why? Why? For crying out loud, why? Even marriage have gone sour. Then the next thing, according to the news now, is that they have even started working on their divorce. Why don't you just divorce and have your peace of mind? It's not every marriage that will reach evening. If God have not ordained marriage, marriage is a good thing, yes. But if God have not ordained marriage, that marriage will reach evening, no matter how you try to keep that marriage, no matter what you do to hold on that marriage, so that you cannot be mockery of people, the marriage will not last. So is it not better that you leave the marriage even though you have gotten offspring in that marriage? Is it not better you go with your children and start a new life as a single mother or as a single father than for you to have one eye, or for you now to your body, above all, to be to call life imprisonment without parole, maybe die in prison. But you are gone, you are gone. What about your children? You don't think about your children, the well-being of your children. What shall not become of your children? These are things people don't take silly decisions. What if it were you? Would you advise your siblings to stay in a relationship that is being abusive? Or you will ask that your siblings to pack? I have seen somebody that it was the man that is in the abusive marriage. I went for that marriage. It was the man that is in the abusive marriage. Every time, because this woman is what we call jaguda. She liked trouble. She loved, in short, and she has certificate trouble. She's so troublesome. She's so highly temperamental that anytime she's fighting with her husband, nobody can come near her. And some of our children now have that trait in them. They are so troublesome. All their boyfriends have even left there, except the ones that are truly in love. They will quarrel tomorrow, they will settle. But when their fight, every time fighting, this woman will be beating the man because when it went out of hand, it was the man's family that came to the house on that fateful day to come package and parcel their brother before the woman will kill the brother. I'm talking of a woman that have grown up children. Her children are no longer living with her alone. Okay? They are all in their own homes now. What am I trying to say? Because there is an adage that says that it will be too late to cry when the head is already cut off. Even before they got married, that was the kind of life they were living, but they have been cohabitating, they have gotten children. Until family now say, okay, it's not like a boyfriend and girlfriend anymore. You people have gotten children. And financially, the woman is okay. So at the end of the day, they pay the bride price. But what she have already started, continue in that marriage. Fight. She's very hot-tempered, everyday wahala. And before you know, she will bring her bottle and she will bring bottle on your head. The family of the man came to package their brother. Till today, they say, no, before we come and kill this, our brother for we, it will be -1. All right? There's nobody that will not die, you. But don't come and kill our brother for us. If we are 5 before, if you kill him now, it will remain 4. Whereas it's a mistake death. It's not his time to die. Because whenever they are fighting like this, she will carry weapon, machete, knife. And if you see the brother's body, their brother's body is full of scar. The woman will stab. Even her own self, if you see her body too. Okay, this is somebody I know. At the end of the day, it was the family of the man that came to carry their brother with Sienna boss. I used to think that it is women they do that too, but that is the first time I've seen that families can still carry men out of matrimonial home. I'm telling you true life story. Okay, the one I have been seeing is the family of the women or the family of the friends of the woman. We come to the matrimonial home and say, oh yeah, enough is enough. Let's start going. Pack your this is not love. Love did not say that you should kill somebody in marriage. Love did not say that there should be condemnation. Love said that there should be unity, there should be harmony, there should be blessing. Children shall surround your table. There should be prosperity, there should be love. And it's not the other way around. At the end of the day, what happened? The family of the man came and carried their brother till date. I'm not sure they are back. Good 18, their children are even grown. They've even started making children themselves. So there's nobody that you will say that the man will now come and take care of. All right, let him start another life. So what am I trying to say here now? People should be very, very careful when it comes to abusive marriage and relationship. Don't die in silence. The way people came to celebrate you on that good day, that your D-Day, you are dancing. Yes, I am now Mrs. Madu. At the end of the day, I am the one he took to the altar among all his numerous girlfriends. I am the one that got hold of him. The way people are coming to celebrate and dance and wine with you, that is how they will still come for your funeral. But now it will now be in an agony form. Instead of people to celebrate, to be dancing, it will be in a sympathy form, a condolence kind of a visit or funeral, a sober reflection. That is when people will be saying, if I had known, if she had cried out, we would have asked her to leave the relationship, we would have asked her to leave the marriage. Marriage is not a do or die affair. Yes, marriage can never be a do or die affair. Marriage is not an achievement neither. Okay? Marriage is not an achievement. It is a choice. It's a choice. That is why in Africa, I don't know that they are still doing it now. All right? When a girl is becoming of age in some family, you will see them troubling that girl. When are you coming to show us your man? When are you coming to settle down? When will there be ring on your finger? You don't know that that person is not destined to marry. You don't know that that man is not destined to marry. But you people will now push. At the end of the day, when the person gets married, before you know, you started hearing stories that touch. Who don't go for this life. There is no duplicate about it. Life not get duplicate. Maybe life get duplicate. Many people, somebody like me, I would have taken a choice of parents, a home to come from. You understand me? Had it been there is life have duplicates. Say you have a choice to say this should be your parents. I won't have even come in this skin, this black skin. Never. As I am coming from heaven, there is a choice. Okay, God will now say, okay, D, where do you want to go to, black or white? I go grab the white. Nobody go tell me 100%. Grabbing. Look for the very influential white home to go to, where I will be loved, where I will be pampered like an egg. You know, egg is so fragile. Any little thing, if it slip out of your hand, it's broken. Okay? It's broken. So that is how I would have made my choice, that I want to go to an influential home where pepper rests. I want to be born with a silver spoon. I want to be gallivanting from one place to another, like as we have the rich people key. Life not get duplicate. You don't have a choice. You only come into life by destiny because your parents met each other. And that is how God said, okay, you are coming to planet Earth through the black race or through the white race, or you are coming to planet Earth as mixed race. You are coming to planet Earth as an African. You are coming to planet Earth as an Asian. Okay? So we don't have choice. Most of us wouldn't have even loved to come as black. Most of us wouldn't have loved to come as black. And most of us as well wouldn't have loved to come from even an average home. Had it been life have duplicates, you have the choice to choose your parents, most of us would have looked for a very wealthy home to go to. All right? Yes, I like better thing, my sister. And I don't believe that there's nobody on planet Earth that don't like better thing. But the way we go for the better thing matters a lot. I love better things. I love good things. But I will not harm somebody or commit evil, all right, to be there. I think one of the richest black man is Dangote, which some people are even saying that, okay, they don't even mind to come as a black if there is another word, but they will choose Dangote as a father. Dangote is a philanthropist. So can you imagine how his own blood, his own children will be catered for? Let me not even talk about Dangote. Let me even talk of the president of Nigeria, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Muhammadu Buhari. Are you telling me now that him that is the #1 citizen of that country, Buhari, is paid every month and he have other benefits as well? Are you telling me now that his children will be broke? Is that what you are saying? His children cannot be broke. That is why you see that rich children marry rich children. How many rich kids have you seen that pick up a pauper as a wife? You will see a senator daughter marrying a senator son, or you will see the vice president's daughter getting married to one billionaire, one influential man in the society. Where have you recorded that a senator's daughter has fallen in love with a taxi driver? Who will go for that marriage? Thank you, sexy mama. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. I do appreciate. Who will go for that marriage? Won't they say that the girl at the end of the day is bringing shame and reproach to them? That among all the billionaire senators that they have in that country, it is a taxi driver you decided to fall in love with. But the whites live a very simple life. You will see the whites, the father is a very wealthy man, but the girlfriend might just be an ordinary girl, an ordinary town girl. Okay, look at the Prince of England. What is his name? That Charles. And look at this Hollywood actress, Mecca. Are they not married today? She is just an ordinary actress, a divorcee. All right? And at the end of the day, the Prince Charles have never been married before. All right? But he fell in love with a divorcee. They got married and started having babies. So that is how it's supposed to be. Harmony, love, not the other way around, not fighting, not quarreling, not killing, not hatred, not all these things. God did not ordain marriage to be sorrowful. God created Adam and Eve as companions so that they can go and reproduce and start having babies. God did not say that they should be fighting, that Adam should kill Eve. That is not the reason. That wasn't the reason he created Adam and Eve. All right? So people should be very, very careful. Advise your siblings to move out of an emotional, crushed, wicked, and abusive relationship. If you know one, except the person did not talk. But even you as a person, if you suspect a foul play on your siblings, all right, take a close look, monitor them well. If possible, pay people to be following them, pay people to have an eye on them if you cannot do it. Then when you see that this is what your siblings are going through, tell other of your siblings and pack out that person from the home, because that is no longer a home. It's no longer a home, it's now a house. There's a difference between a home and a house. All right? So that is for that one. Then my other topic is, would you love to bring up your children the way you grew up in Africa? Would you love your children to grow up the way you were brought up in Africa? In Africa, most people are brought up in a hardship kind of manner, whereby we wake up in the morning. Some people, before they go to school, they will go and sell. They will wake up very early in the morning, rush to the street to sell whatever their parents have to offer to the public. Then few minutes before they will go back to school, they will come home and they get prepared and rush down to school. And when they return from school as well, the same thing, they will carry the tray on their head. Most Africa, Nigeria precisely, are poor. Africa is a rich country. When I mean rich, we are rich in natural resources. We are rich in good food. We are rich in our economy. But the leaders are the ones killing the country because they are all there to enrich themselves. And Nigeria as a country is blessed with so many things. When we talk of farming, merchandise farming, even our local farmers, whatever they plant do well. The soil is fertile. You don't need fertilizer or manure to grow your crops in some places in Africa, Nigeria. Okay, so we are known to do hard jobs. Most Nigerians are born, and that is what they have grown up to know, to do hard jobs. Nigerians are not lazy people. Most Nigerians are not lazy. They work hard for their money. All right. So, would you love your children or your child to grow up in the African manner if you live in the diaspora? Because this is the opposite of Nigeria and those that live in the diaspora, that have their children in the diaspora. In the diaspora, if as a parent you want to punish your child or your children, the economy there, the government have given them the go ahead to call the social service for their parents. Who does that in Nigeria? Who are you to call social service in Nigeria? I don't even know whether we have social service. Or you call the police for your parents. for your parents telling you to go and do the dishes, or for your parents telling you to do house chores, and you as a child now decide that you don't want to do that. At the end of the day, you are talking back at your parents, telling your parents that you will call the social for them to get them arrested. In the diaspora, a lot of things are happening, things I have not seen in my country, Nigeria. Okay? It is in the diaspora, you as a parent, is to an extent you have a say in the life of your children, because they have given them the privilege, they have given them the go ahead, the leg to just pick up the phone and call whoever they want to call. All right? In Africa, Nigeria, we are known, we the children, especially the ones that are from the poor home, we are known to what we call farming. You return from the school, immediately you take your lunch, you go to the farm to meet your parents, because that is their means of livelihood. What they harvest from the farm is what they take to the market, all right, to fetch them money, to put food on the table, to buy clothes for you, to pay for your school fees and books. So immediately you return from school, you are to visit the farm to help your parents till the soil. That is what we are known for. We are known to go to stream to fetch water. You carry water on your head. If you are not privileged to live in the city whereby they have borehole water or pipe bomb water, you go to the stream as many times in a day to fetch water for your parents to use to cook for you, to use to drink, and to serve visitors when they come visiting. That is what we are known for in Africa. But in the diaspora, everything has been made so easy. You just on the shower, you on the tap, water will be flowing, provided you are paying your bills, you are paying your tax. Okay? So it is in Africa, Nigeria as well, that children, no matter how small they are, in some homes can starve when it comes to no food in the house. No matter how little they are. When there is no food in the house, there's no food on the table, you will wait for your parents to return, either from the farm or from the market where they went to sell, or where they've gone to buy food stuff, before you get something to eat. But in the diaspora, it's not like that. Most parents put their children priority first, all right? Especially those that are on what they call child benefits. Because in the diaspora, there are some people, there are some family that are on benefits. The government takes the responsibility of taking care of them every blessed month. All right? So it is just for them to be spending the money the way they wish. In Nigeria, I don't know when Nigeria will start doing that, when Nigeria government will start footing bills for your own children, where you open your leg widely in the night or in the afternoon or early in the morning, whenever it pleases you to have an affair with your spouse or to have an affair with your boyfriend, and the outcome is now pregnancy. You decide to keep the pregnancy to have the baby, then the government will now take it upon themselves to look after that child. In Nigeria, I don't know, maybe the Messiah is not yet born, or better still, the Messiah is born, but we have not seen that Messiah that will fulfill every righteousness in that country. Okay? So that is why I ask the question, would you love your children to be brought up in the Africa way? Or would you love to bring up your children in the way your own parents groom you in Africa when you were back in Africa? This question is for those in the diaspora. Okay? It is in Africa I see that if you are not privileged to have a mobile, what do I mean by mobile? Maybe a bicycle or a motorcycle, or probably your parents have a motor car to take you to school, and your parents don't have the means to be giving you transportation to school, transport fare. You will trek, you will walk with your 2 legs. But in the diaspora, they made things easy. You will see, yes, even in the diaspora, they have the poor, they have the rich, they have the medium family. But what I'm trying to say is that people try as much as possible to want to put things in place for their family. They might get their children's scooter. It could be bicycle, all right, that they will take to school. When you go to school, you see them cycling. A small child of 7 years will be cycling to school. They make all these things easy for them, all right? So the parents will be behind them. They will be cycling, all right? So the ones that go on foot too, we go with the parents, but they will have something that will keep them as fun as they are going to the house. How many do we have in Nigeria? When people dey buy eat belle full, na your papa go say you go buy your bicycle or scooter. Where is even the road to cycle it? We don't have plan. But in the diaspora, when you go to Western world, you will see the way they plan their life. Apart from the life they plan the environment, they plan the country, they plan the poor as well. Because there are a lot of people who are aged or who are disabled that cannot walk on their foot, but they have their pedestrian drive to pass. They have a way to pass. Where in Africa, Nigeria, where they create places like that, even though they do in some few cities, you will see bus driver, they will even push pedestrians inside the bush because they cannot wait to be on the hold up. So at the end of the day, that pedestrian track, they will want to drive on it. No discipline, no culture, no law. People are just doing things the way they like. Though I like some of the rules and regulation in the abroad, but not all of it. Okay, I don't like the ways their children are so disrespectful. It is in the diaspora you will see children that are brought from Africa that have full-blooded in them or full blood in them from Africa. By the time they relocate, they have the privilege to travel abroad. At the end of the day, they will start misbehaving. They will just drop that respect in Africa. What am I trying to say? Because this is what they have come to know. Children, teenagers talking to their parents anyhow, raising shoulders for their parents because they know they have upper hands. You beat your child, wahala, the government will come for you, except they don't know. You go to work and you don't take good care of the child. They see the child roaming the streets, the social will come and carry your children. Go to Nigeria and see how children are roaming the street, playing. The ones that don't have where to go and help their parents. You will see them playing football. Okay? But yeah, their kind of play, they are privileged. There is no county or there is no area that doesn't have a play park for children. The government spend heavily to make sure that every child, even though you are from a poor home, you have fun if you choose to. You must not be indoors. You go to the park to play, you will see lots of things there to play with. So there are some things I will say, yes, I like when we talk about upbringing of our children abroad, but not all of it. I don't like the place whereby children don't have respect for their parents anymore, all in the name that they are now abroad. I don't like that fact. Okay, so that is how it is. I don't still like the fact that most children in the diaspora don't like assisting their parents to do house chores. They will just allow the parents to do everything. When you call them to come and do something, it's problem for them to go off the internet, for them to go off their Fortnite game, for them to go off whatever they are doing is wahala. But in Africa, Nigeria, it's not like that. We listen to our parents. There is time for everything. There is time to play, and there is time for dinner. There is time for supper. There is time for breakfast. There is time for lunch. We assist our parents in the kitchen, both the male and female children. That is why we have good cook in Nigeria. We have guys that are good cook, that can cook very well from teenagehood. You will see teenager of 12 years, 11 years can even make what we call eba, can make soup for the parents to eat. Upbringing, but these things are not here in the diaspora. Children will just want you the parent, to do everything for them. They don't want to assist you to do things. When you talk, they will compare with their friends, that if their white friends don't do that. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that. Their upbringing here is rubbish. All right. What they just know is fun, 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 fun. On the internet after they return from school, always on the internet. I'm not saying that you should not be on the internet. Okay. But even in Africa, that we don't have all this privilege, we still assist our parents. We work, we go to the farm, we trade, we do things that will bring food on the table, because manna no longer fall from heaven if you don't work hard. All right, because you cannot rely on Nigeria government to pay your bills. No way. Even the so-called government schools that are there are supposed to be free, they still pay little monies for some kind of what I would say contributions. The government will say is free food, free school uniform, free books, but at the end of the day, the teachers there are using it as business. It's politics. They are just camouflaging, nothing like free. Okay, even for them to put good amenities in the school, or even on the medical sector, is wahala. Are you talking of amusement park? Where in Nigeria will you have a good government amusement park, which we call the play park? Where, even though they do, you, I think you will pay before using it. So what is it now that we say the government is giving back to the society that voted them there, that exercise their franchise? That is why I don't vote, and I don't think I will for now, until a Messiah comes to that country. All right. So, guys, that is how it is. The way of life is different from that of Nigeria. The way of life in diaspora is different from that of Nigeria. But there is one thing I will say I like here. Their jobs here, they pay per hour. Pay per hour. If you choose to do overtime, if you have the strength, okay, you will also be paid. But in Nigeria, you will work, what we call bamboo dey work, monkey dey chop. Sometimes they will even owe you the salary on top. Your employer will insult you on top. But yeah, when it's time to pay, bam, you've been credited because you work hard for it. All right. So though they don't joke with certain things, they don't joke with tax, national insurance is another thing. They plan their life here. These are some of the things I like. There are pension schemes that you can venture into to save money, all right, for the future. Wherever you are working, the company will open a pension scheme for you if you choose to. And the company too will still put some monies towards that pension scheme for you, and you will take it when you want to. All right, I'm talking of private sector here. Nigeria, I don't know whether they do all those kind of things, which I am not sure. Buhari's own is there talking, he's fighting corruption, fighting corruption. All the monies that they have fought out from corrupt practices for donkey years, where are all the monies? When corona outbreak happened and befell Nigeria, they said they were giving free food. Come and see donations here. Come and see what they are giving to people. Good food here. Go to charity homes and see. Go to supermarkets. There's no time you go to supermarket and you see empty basket. It will be full to the brim. These are people giving out donation. The other day, I saw a video on the internet whereby they said they gave a whole street whether 10 cups of beans. What? They should just look for the poorest person on that street and give it out. But if they tell you how much federal government have released for those food they said they were distributing for those that need it, you will baffle. Your mouth will be wide open for fly to fly in. At the end of the day, they are all there enriching themselves. Yes, I know that where you work is where you eat. That's why they call it workshop. But don't overdo things. Checkmate things. Don't overdo things. All right, that is why I don't like politics, because all of them that are there are to enrich themselves. They are not there to help anybody. They are to enrich their immediate family. They are to enrich themselves and probably their girlfriends and their sugar daddies. Finish. Do you know how much they are receiving every month? Do you know how much senators are being paid? What about the benefits that they give to them? So that is why I will say here in conclusion that I love the life of the diaspora in some ways, but not all the ways. All right. Then when we talk of respect, when we talk of hard work in Nigeria, when we talk of our country being blessed with good food, climate, natural resources, vegetation, and all that, I will say, okay, I will go for Nigeria, because Nigeria is blessed. In the Western world, there is no time you don't hear of natural disaster. If it is not a volcano, it is tsunami, it is earthquake, one big name or the other, wildfire. But Nigeria is blessed. Was it not 2016 or so? It flooded in Delta State and some environs when they opened the dam or so. All right. But we have not heard, or I have not heard or seen that there is this natural disaster that took lives the way it does in the Western world. Okay, because if it happens, I don't even think we have the amenities. We don't have the things to fight it. That is to say, the country will just go down like that. It will just collapse. After all, they've been fighting for resolution since, that they don't want it to be called Nigeria anymore. So at the end of the day, God knows. That is why they said God give trouble to people that can contain it, people that can carry that trouble. If you know you don't have the mind to carry certain things, it will not come to you now. But if you have the mind, look at Ned Nwoko now. Here and there, sixth wife. Now I heard that seventh wife is loading. He wants to marry Chika Ike. I don't know how true it is. It's not because he can carry the load financially. He can carry the load financially, even though if he cannot carry the load when it comes to jogodo. But Pepe, most people are going into a relationship and marriage because of money. All right. Pepe, the Pepe rests. So just imagine Chika Ike now married to that man. Every month you will be placed on salary as you place them, his other wives on salary, their children on salary. So what is as good as that? Even though you don't have children for the person or child for the person, you enjoy as it lasts. Then when everything pack out, you pack up as well. Okay. So now that is how it is. Regina don born for there now. Okay. People are saying that good thing she born. But person don born, e don born. But for me, if I not born, if I chop im own now, why it last? After all, the man have gotten grown up children. There is no way the one, the Messiah or the prince you gave birth to today will equalize the ones in front. His first, second, third, fourth wife have given birth. No, it's not possible. It cannot grow overnight. Eh? But at least if you're not born for there, to me, if you just there, dey chop im money, im monthly allowance, establish herself, dey flex. Okay. So na so I for talk am reach oo. Now I don't know how true about the relationship now that is shaking. Is a Muslim. Muslim dey say na 3 wives dem dey marry, but nowadays I don't understand. Nigeria is a polygamy country. You can marry as much as you want, as many wives as you want, provided you can take care of them. Ned is capable. Even if you want to marry 20 wives financially, e no go shake im investment. It will not touch his capital or what he's using for business. The money is there, even if you place them on monthly allowance, monthly salary, because I believe all of them are placed on monthly salary. The money will be there. Chika Ike once dated him. I don't know why they did not end up in marriage. But now they said it's Chika Ike. I don't know how true it is. But then say sit down look. Na dog name. Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you. Happy Sunday to you. Are you still in the house? Happy Sunday. I know that is not even the topic. Yeah, I have finished the topic. You know, I started about 50 something minutes ago. I finished the topic. So I entered another topic. Thank you. Thank you. I entered another topic. I finished the main topic, which I asked abusive marriage, abusive relationship. I don't know, maybe you must have heard about it. The Ghanaian pastor that killed his wife. Ghanaian pastor that shot his wife to death in Orlando last week. He was seen threatening the wife's brother that he's going to kill his wife. Okay, he was going to kill his wife, and really it wasn't just an ordinary threat. He carried out his actions. And don't forget that when things like this happen, it has been premeditated. He must have planned it, all right, before he now speak out that yes, a brother beats him up. Oh, well, I didn't know about that. I've not seen about that. The only thing is that that ensued between the deceased brother and the guy was a verbal abuse. Two of them were just seen abusing themselves. All right. Two of them were just seen abusing themselves, but I did not see anything of such them fighting. But he said that he promised the brother that if he did not kill his wife, that means he's not a man. And funny enough, he's a pastor. He's a pastor of Floodgates of Heaven Church in Orlando. All right. So he must have premeditated this all this while. Two of them had been having issues. I always say that marriage is not an achievement. Relationship is not an achievement. I am in a good marriage. I am in a good relationship. It's not an achievement. It's just a name. It's temporary, because one day all of us on planet Earth, as far we are breathing, we have breath in us. Okay, we will all drop dead one day, but don't allow somebody to take your life untimely. That is what I am talking about. Don't allow somebody to end your life, because death is something that we visit each and every one of us. The way we die matters a lot. All right. Like I was discussing with somebody some time ago, I said, if we want to choose the way we all shall die, what way do you choose? I now told the person, I said, for me, I think I prefer to die in the sleep. You sleep off and you die. If we have a choice, the way marriage is a choice, all right? Marriage is supposed to be a choice. But in Africa, I don't know how it is in your own country. In Africa, in some African homes, they are now making it marriage is mandatory, especially when you are of age, all right? As a man or a woman, you are of age, but it's more bad when it comes to the woman, because the parents of the woman, the family of the woman will be pressurizing the woman. What is wrong with you? You are beautiful. You are this, you are that. You should have a man in your life. What are you waiting for? Go and marry, leave my house, go and marry, you are overdue. And when it comes to the man, if the man have really worked hard, because we Nigerians, we work so hard. If we work very hard and we are of age as a man, we can just decide to leave our parents and start our own life. So it is really common in the aspects of the woman. Okay, so that is why you don't listen to pastors. Yes, I agree with you to an extent. All right, I agree. I'm a Christian. I am a Christian. I listen to pastor, but not everything they will tell me I will take. There are certain things will be told, and at the end of the day, you will not want to accept it. We are adults, for crying out loud. All right. A pastor cannot advise you or counsel you to do certain things when you know that what you are doing is not the right thing to do, or what you are doing is the right thing to do, depending on the situation at that time. Okay, so this man of God now that killed his wife, I believe he stands on the pulpit to counsel married couple. People have been looking up to them, that they envy their marriage. They look beautiful as a young couple. They don't know what this woman has been going through. They don't have a clue what this woman must have been going through. That is why I titled it that if the person were to be your siblings, and you find out that that person is in abusive marriage or relationship is not only by verbally, it's not only by curse, by the mouth. The woman or the man can be beaten, because we have women beaters, the way we have men beaters. They beat physically. There is combat. All right. So the woman must have passed through that, and maybe she must have been hiding it from her siblings until she cried out that day. That video now that emerged on internet, that the man who is the pastor I call fake prophet was seen threatening that he must kill the woman. He must make sure the woman goes down. I think before then, the lady must have told the siblings. All right. So the siblings now decide to what? Let's go to your house to take some of your documents, to take some of your things. So that was what happened. I don't even know what they are even going to take. What they are going to take, because when we talk of anger here, it's not everybody that can control their anger. All right. This man and this woman must have been going through ups and downs in their marriage all this while. So you as a sibling, I ask a question. So give me your own answer now. You as a brother or you as a sister, if your sibling cries out to you, or if he or she doesn't cry out, but you notice that the person is really drained, the person is not happy, and you later find out that it is in her marriage she's traumatized, what will you do? Will you encourage her to still be there, or you will be against the marriage? That is the question. You came late. I've already wrapped it up. That's the question. What would you do? Will you allow your sister to be dying in silence? going through pains during the day. In the morning hours, she will go to work. At night, she will come back to come and meet a monster in the house. Or as a man, after going to work and you're returning, you come back to the house to meet a monster woman in the house as a wife. What would you do? Will you encourage a person to back out? Or you, as a sibling, will still encourage a person to stay in the marriage because you are married and it's supposed to be till death do you part? So what do you think? What is your own idea and opinion if your sibling is emotionally crushed in her marriage or in a relationship? She cried out to you that this is what she is going through. What are you going to do? Are you going to encourage her? Are you going to fight the husband? Are you going to get the husband arrested? Are you going to involve other members of your family to come and pack her out of the marriage so that the marriage will end for good? Or you will encourage her to be prayerful, to still stick to the man she said she loved? What do you think? No, because I will go to jail and she may go back to him. Okay. So why? I don't know. I don't understand why you said no. Are you saying that you will still encourage her to stay in the relationship? I'm not saying that you should fight the man or you should harm the man or you should threaten your brother-in-law. The question I ask is that if you have a sibling who is going through emotional trauma in her marriage, what are you going to do as a brother? What are you going to do as a sister? I didn't say you must have to fight your in-law. No, I never said so. What are you going to do? Are you going to call other members of your family so that you can bring out your sister from that abusive relationship or marriage? And secondly, so if your sister refuse and still say she is in love with the man, what are you going to do? Are you going to fold your hands and allow such a thing that happened to Barbara Tommy to happen? Are you going to fold your hands? You have told your sister, come out of this marriage. It's not working out. Your husband is always abusing you, is always beating you up. Is it until he kills you, you will leave? Or come out from this marriage, is not working out good. Your wife is always beating you. Your wife is always insulting you, calling you all sorts of names. Is it until she kills you, you will now prefer somebody that is gone is gone? All right. So what do you think? All right. All right. Just give me your own view. Give me what you think. Fake pastors here and there, fake prophets. Jesus Christ. The Bible says Jesus Christ was angry. He was angry when he found out that they were using the temple. The temple is supposed to be where worshippers go to worship God in spirit and in truth. But they were using the temple to sell. At the end of the day, the Bible made us understand that Jesus Christ got angry and he started scattering and destroying things in the temple. His anger, provocation leads to something disastrous if not controlled. Jesus Christ was highly angered, seeing his father's temple that's supposed to be cherished, that's supposed to be nurtured, being used as a marketplace. All right. And he got upset, but it wasn't recorded in the Bible that Jesus Christ killed anybody there. He got upset. The only thing he did was that he scattered the materials and the things, the produce, the products that were sold there. He scattered them out of anger. And at the end of the day, he walked out. All right. So when the people who were trading in the temple saw that Jesus Christ, for the first time, this is what he did. Nobody told them, some of them, that Jesus Christ have not gone to destroy their things. They started packing up. A married couple once went to their pastor for counseling. come to find out the pastor was sleeping with the wife. It happens, yes. It happened, but even at that, that will not mean that you will kill the wife. That will not mean that the pastor should kill the wife. It's very, very heartbroken, okay? I am not in support of that. It's painful. But I always say that people that kills people, they are really, really in love. But people will say that they are not in love. I treated a topic a few weeks ago whereby a Nigerian killed his wife somewhere in London because he find out the wife has been cheating, and also killed himself. Then another one in Nigeria, he find out that one of the children are not his, and he also killed himself after killing the fiancé. He's not even married to the lady yet. He killed the fiancé and he took his life. I always say that when it comes to things like this, it is the person that is really, really deeply in love that goes extra miles to pull the trigger. Why did he kill her? Yes, the video that have surfaced online that I saw was that he said the lady is a witch. The lady is a witch. I don't know why he said the wife is a witch, and then why he called her such names, because ordinarily they are well to do. So you will not say that the woman was the one, let me use past now because she's gone, was the one that brought misfortune to you. Financially is okay, and the woman work in the bank as well. She's doing well. The man too is doing well. So what is your problem? Married men need to just realize that sometimes wife needs something new. Sometimes it's not like that. Yeah, okay. Sometimes it's not, it depends. If this woman have not done anything, she's a godly woman. She's God-fearing. That is why in the first place she decided to still want to keep her marriage. Okay. If you have watched the video, because it's trending now, you will see that the siblings of this woman went to their matrimonial home to get some documents. According to the brother of the woman, the late lady, her name is Barbara Tommy. They went to the home to get some document because they are already filed for divorce. So maybe it's because of that anger. You know, when somebody is in love with, and especially when the love is more from one side, okay, that person angers the most. So I think the love is really from the side of this fake pastor. And according to the story, they are already processing their divorce. So he must have thought about this as God. So really, I will be leaving this woman. I thought maybe it's a joke. The woman have been living with her siblings for peace to reign. She only came to collect one or two things. And at the end of the day, the man threatened and told the woman's brother in presence of other siblings that I must make sure I kill your sister. So before he said so, that is to say, the woman have been going through hell in that marriage. We did not hear anything about promiscuous life. I've done a short video on that. I've done about 9 minutes video, which I put their face. Okay, you can check out the video. Their faces are there. So we did not hear anything about promiscuous life. We did not hear that she lived a wayward life. The only thing I heard in that video was that the man who is a pastor said he find out that the woman is a witch. Nobody know whether he's even being manipulated. Okay, so it's not every relationship or marriage that is promiscuous. No, we still have God-fearing people who have decided that yes, my body is for my man, my body is for my woman. So it's not only cheating. People need to let go of the debt, do parts or stay. Okay, see, the church is a mess, which is one of the reasons why I don't go. I will not say you should not go to church. Just go to church. After all, the church is just a name. Church is just a name. In the Bible, it's called synagogue. All right. In the Bible, Jesus was always seen in the synagogue preaching the gospel. That is to say, we as Christians, people are who act like Christ-like, that is the meaning of Christian, should go to the synagogue to pray. All right. But what we are trying to say is that people should not allow their men of God to brainwash them. I am not against people going to church. All right. I am a Christian. I love going to church. When I'm in Africa, I love going to church because I love our kind of religious music, dancing, traditional religious music. It gives me so much inspiration. All right. So the kind of church they have here in the diaspora is far, far different from the type we have. Our Nigeria kind of church is bubbling that when you did not go to church on one Sunday or weekly activities, it will be as if you had missed out for the year. All right. So we should follow the footsteps of Jesus Christ because it's in the Bible. Jesus Christ was seen even from an early age in the synagogue, and synagogue represents church. So what I'm trying to say here is that as Christians, it's good to go to church because it is in church we learn a lot of things ordinarily that we don't know. So when you go to church and if you have a good pastor who will teach you the word of God, that will groom you, the word of God, you will love going to church. It depends on the type of church. Like me, I worship with Pentecostal church. So I have fallen in love with Pentecostal church. We have different types of church. You know, we have the Orthodox church, we have the Protestant, all right? We have the white garments. We have so many types of churches. So it depends on what you love. What makes somebody think someone is a witch? Misfortune. Maybe I said it in my last week Monday's program. You did not come when I talked about in marriage. There are some marriages that before the man gets married, things have not been working fine for that man, but immediately he puts in a wife in the house, there will be open doors and blessings. There will be promotion, there will be contracts. I talked about it last week. All right. So it's misfortune. And another people too, another thing, sorry, is people believe in what I will call fortune tellers. Some people so much believe in their so-called fortune tellers, their so-called men of God, that if their man of God tells them not to travel today, that the plane will crash, even though they have paid for that ticket, they will just let go. Some of them, even before they will travel or before they will do anything, they will seek the opinion and the views from their men and women of God because they have so believed in them. Instead of to put their trust on God, they are now putting their trust on men. All right. So those are the things. There are misfortunes when you are not progressing, when things are not going fine with you. Because I am African, okay, we believe in that voodoo. I believe in it a lot. Though I am a Christian, but I will always say the truth. I believe in voodoo. When things are not going well with you, you know very well you are educated, you have good degrees, you are working, but you are not seeing whatever income that is coming. You are working like an elephant, but you are feeding like an ant. All your monies are just going anyhow. All right. You are not progressing in anything you're doing. Maybe you are building. At the end of the day, you managed to start the foundation. It was just on standstill for 10, 15 years. And you are working. So as Africa, we believe in such things. So if I follow the example of Jesus, then I am stay single. It's a choice. It's a choice, dear. It's a choice. But I will say Jesus Christ was born for a purpose. Okay? Adam was created for a purpose. Adam and Eve were created for a purpose. Jesus Christ was born for a purpose. Jesus Christ was born to come and die and redeem us from sin. Jesus Christ died for the salvation of our soul. So it's different. Jesus Christ was not born to come and meet a woman, to come and fall in love with a woman and to start having babies the way God have destined for Adam and Eve, because we are from the reproduction system of Adam and Eve, and what is it called, Abraham and all that. Okay, Abraham blessings. We are all from that lineage. Jesus Christ was born for a purpose. Jesus Christ was not born to have babies. I don't think Jesus Christ was born to have babies. He was born to come and save us from our sins. That is the truth. But he was single, yes. Yes, Jesus Christ was single. Jesus Christ was single, and he had just platonic girlfriends who are Martha and Mary. All right. Then the brother of Martha and Mary was Lazarus. That was why the Bible recorded that when Lazarus died, Jesus wept. That was the only time Jesus cried in the Bible. This was the only time that was recorded that he wept, because he's so in love with Lazarus that where they called him that Lazarus was sick, that he should come and pray for Lazarus, he did not come immediately. He went preaching. He was far away from that city. So, but before he returned, his best friend is late. All right. So the Bible recorded that he wept, and that is why today you see that people cry for their loved ones. It's in the Bible. You cry for your loved ones. All right. Except you don't love the person or you don't know the person, you just hear that the person is dead. You will just take it as one of those things. But when you know the person and you have genuine love for that person, it pains. Death is painful. So I can't look to someone for guidance about marriage and parenting that hasn't experienced either. I said it now. I said God created, these are two persons. God created Adam first, all right, to come and look after the Garden of Eden with those animals. But when you find out that, you just imagine yourself in your city. You now asking this question, imagine yourself in your city where you live. You are all alone where you live. There will be loneliness. I talked about this thing last week. There will be loneliness. All right. You just looking after animals. You are not an animal. But God now created you to look after animals. There will be loneliness. That was why God now created woman, that there should be companionship between a man and a woman, and there should be friendship. All right. I don't want to go back to the topic I treated last week. So that's that. So I can't, okay, you said the pastor was smart. That is it. Nobody knows whether he was smart. So he will now tell the police why he killed the wife after shooting her in front of her workplace at that bank. He stood on her, according to eyewitness, and also shot some bullets into her head. He's premeditated, as I said. He has planned it. He have planned it. Because before he carried out that threat, telling the brother of the disease that if I don't kill your sister, then no, I am not born of a woman. No, I am not a man. Then in that video, you will hear the man who is the sibling of the late deceased saying that you need to go and do a police report. That is a threat. All right. That is a threat. And to me, I will not even say now that is a threat, because it has come to reality. He has carried out his actions. He threatened the brother few weeks ago, and he killed the sister, not even up to he have planned it, that yes, this is how we whatever, but he's not a coward by killing himself, because there are some people that will kill their spouse, and because they are scared to go to prison, fear of the unknown, they will also kill themselves. All right, but he did not kill himself. If not, what stops him from taking the gun and put the bullets also in his head right before the dead body on the ground? But no, he went home. He walked majestically home. All right. So that is how it is. Things are going haywire these days. Relationships are going sour. But why this really baffles people is because he's a man of God, is an officiating minister in a floodgates heavens and church in Orlando. All right. So, which I believe people will be envying their marriage. This is pastor. Pastor also cried the way we have the rich also cry. They are human, it's just a title. Okay. So most of them are the one calling themselves, not God calling them. They call themselves, not God calling them. Because if God really called you as a pastor to come and preach the gospel, to preach salvation to people, the way he spoke to Jesus Christ, to come through the Virgin Mary to save people from sin, you will not do such a thing. That is why I made an illustration that Jesus Christ in the Bible got upset. But why did he not take whatever wood he was seen using to scatter the traders' produce to hit somebody on the head? He knows that that will be murder. That wasn't what God asked him to come and do. God said, come and die for the salvation of my people, so that they will be saved. All right. So that is how it is when we talk about Jesus Christ in the Bible. Jesus Christ lived a godly life. Jesus Christ have friends. God is not against friends. Jesus Christ have girlfriends, but nowhere is recorded in the Bible that Jesus Christ have a lover. He only have girlfriends. His two girlfriends are Martha and Mary. Then his best friend, one of his best friends is Lazarus, because he so much loved Lazarus that Lazarus was the only person he cried for when he died. And that was why Jesus Christ went extra miles to resurrect Lazarus. People have been dying. Do you think people have not been dying in that city? People have been dying, but Jesus Christ prayed for more anointing from God, pray for more power to raise Lazarus from the dead. Okay, so that is how it is. That is how it is. People should learn how to walk away, break up. Break up. Don't mind whatever people say. Don't mind whatever people say. People must surely talk. People must talk. We are suffering and smiling. People will talk. You are the one that wears the shoes, and you know where it pinches. You know where it pains you. When you wear your shoe, if you don't tell anybody that this shoe pains me, nobody will know. Even if you are walking somehow and you know the shoe is paining you, if they ask you, you might say you have a boil on your butt, whereas you don't have a boil on your butt. It's the shoe that is inflicting pains on you. It is when you don't speak up. People will not know what you are going through. But I think it is high time people discourage people to live in abusive homes, all in the name of a savior marriage. Marriage is not an achievement. I have not seen where they say they give what is it called, award, or where it's recorded anywhere, even in the Bible, that yes, that this is an award, a meritus degree, meritus award, sorry. That marriage. So marriage is not about how long one stays in marriage that warranty whether that marriage is good. It's not, because most people are just managing it, that they don't want to leave. They don't want to leave. But gone are those days. Nowadays, people walk out on somebody they have once loved instead of them to die in that relationship or in that marriage. Okay. So that is how it is. Tomorrow, guys, follow me by 6 p.m. God willing. I want to talk about my tomorrow's topic will be importance of marriage and the reasons why people get married. Last week I talked about what did I talk about last week? I've forgotten. Oh, I think last week I talked about purpose of marriage. Yes, I talked of purpose of marriage last week, and by God's grace, tomorrow I will talk about which will be the conclusive part of my marriage talk show, because these few weeks I've been talking about marriage. So my conclusive part tomorrow, I will be talking of how important is marriage to us, because last week I talked of purpose of marriage in our life, and I made some key points that marriage should be seen, because that is how God created it, and that is how God wanted it to be. Marriage is supposed to be seen as companionship, as friendship, as a garden. You know, you cherish your garden, you nurture your garden, because the garden is a space in your compound. It is people you want to allow to enter your garden that will enter your garden. Nobody can just encroach or walk through to your garden without you asking them to come in. So marriage is supposed to be a garden that we nurture, that we cherish. All right. Then I talk about sexuality. Marriage is supposed to be sexuality. It's in the Bible that go into the world and multiply. The reason why God created Adam and Eve is for multiplication, to have children. So it's not sinful. But all married men and women cheat, because monogamous relationship and natural. It's not all married women that and men that cheat. I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe that. It's not all, my dear. So that was last week topic. You missed it. So I'll be concluding tomorrow, God willing. Purpose of the purpose of marriage was for last week. So tomorrow will be importance of marriage. How important is marriage to us? Is marriage supposed to be a thing of joy, pain, or is supposed to be a thing of a long suffering, or is marriage supposed to be a thing of management, a thing of endurance, or a thing of enjoyment? So that's what I'll be talking about tomorrow. All right, I need to go now. See you tomorrow. I hope you will be at the LS tomorrow, 6 p.m. Nigeria time. It's too much work. Even being single is also work. Being single too is too much work. It's still too much work. All right. So because you will be lonely in one way or the other. That's what is setting. You will be lonely. Just imagine you all by yourself in the house, all by yourself. You don't have anybody with you. We are all humans. We are all human. There's nobody. There is no. It's not possible. Once in a while, you must want to be with somebody. It's not possible. Why do you think that some men of God, who we call the Reverend Father, then the women are called the nuns? At the end of the day, they will say they cannot continue, that they want to marry. Why do you think so? You will see somebody who is a Reverend Father, and you know Reverend Father in the Catholic priest, they don't get married, they don't meet women, they don't have sexual intercourse. You see nun, I believe you know what we call nun, the monks. They are not supposed to meet. They are supposed to be as clean, as white as a snow. All right. Why do you think that today most of them are now saying, no, I don't want to work for God anymore? Or even though I want to work for God, I want to work for God as a married man. But in the Catholic, because I've been to Catholic churches, it's called priests. You don't have relationship with any woman or with same sex. You don't. It's against their religion. It's against their doctrine and belief. If you really want to be a manservant, you want to be a priest, you want to be a nun, you don't have to have any sexual relationship with anybody. So marriage is for companionship as it is for friendship. So if you cannot, I always say, if you know you cannot stay without sex, because sex is good and it's not sinful. If it is sinful, I don't think God would have created Eve. All right. So if you know you cannot do that, and you yet now, that is what I'm saying now. I said it before you came in. I said marriage is a choice. The way sex is a choice. All right, it's a choice. It's a choice, and you know what it means. You can decide not to have sex for the rest of your life. It's a choice. You can decide to be having sex every day as a Casanova. It's a choice. You see people that act this, what is it called? Porno movies. Are they not from people's family? Don't they have parents? Don't they have siblings? As I am here now, how much are you going to pay me that I will say I want to go for porno? It's a choice. The way of life of people is choice. If I decide to be wearing trousers today, it's my choice. As far I am now an adult. If I decide to be wearing eyelashes that is as long as this, it's my choice. So that is how it is. It's all about choice. It's better to be single. Okay, fine and good. Marriage sex gets boring and declines. That is how it is in relationship as well. There will be a time, except that is what you have decide to do, and except that is what destiny have for you. Another thing is destiny, no matter what, how it is, okay? If one is not destined to marry, because it's not everybody that is destined to marry. Like this lady now that the pastor killed, she married the wrong man. Maybe she have even gotten suitor that have been coming to her, but she's not in love. She's in love with this pastor. At the end of the day now, marriage went wrong. That is why before people go into marriage, you have to pray that God should show you your real man, your real woman. People just jump into marriage these days, all because they want to answer Mrs. They want to answer Mr. I have seen lots of guys. I said in Africa, Nigeria precisely, we have men that are well to do, that have this money. They don't want to marry because it's a choice. They are not living with their parents, even though their parents are crying, let me have my grandchildren before I die. You are not living with your parents anymore. You're not under his roof that you say your parents are paying your bills. So it's your choice. You will tell your father, Daddy, I think this is my choice, the way I want to live my life. You don't have the right over me anymore, with due respect. Because before you decide not to marry, you must have seen that it is not working out. I am really, really in support of breakup. When relationship is not working out, fine, break up. Before the reverse will be the case, because the reverse now might be death, or you might be disfigured for life. The highest, the offender will go for life imprisonment without parole. But whoever that is gone is gone. That is what I am talking about. All right, that is what I'm talking. It's best to just sample the goods, gain experience. All right, but be careful, because one day by sampling, one might go and carry a ghost. Might go and carry a ghost. There's a video, though I did not do that video because I don't like the video. Viewers' discretion. It happened in Nigeria, whereby a married woman and the man got stuck. The video is on the internet right now as I'm talking to you. It got stuck. So who do you think will be more shameful? It's the woman. She's married. All right. She is even covering her face. But the man, the man and that was with the woman having sex, and they got stuck together. The video is on the internet. It happened live and direct in Nigeria. Yes, they got stuck. I don't just want to do that video. They got, when I say stuck, they got stuck together. They are not separate. Separate. They cannot. The man cannot come out of the woman. What happened? Juju. Maybe the woman's husband had been suspecting the wife. At the end of the day, he went to do something fetish to punish the woman. It's everywhere now on the internet. People are doing the video. So that is that. So what stops the woman if the husband is not satisfying her, or if the husband is abusing her, to walk out and go and satisfy herself elsewhere with somebody she loves? Must you be doing that as a married woman? That is what I am talking about. Even in the Bible states that marriage should be till death do you part. Till death do you part. Probably some people now are now going for infertility when a partner cannot have child, because that is one reason I talked about last week. The reason God created marriage, Adam and Eve, is for sexuality, reproduction, to go and subdue the earth. So having children is not an offense. Okay? And they carry them to. It's only the man that can undo it now. It's only the husband that can undo it because it's something juju, is voodoo. We Africans, we believe in voodoo a lot. It's only the husband that can undo it. Even when I was a growing child, when I was a teenager, I still remember one back then in Delta State, Nigeria. So it's happening. Cause to timing. I am so scared of such things. So I will not even encourage anybody to do that, live that kind of life. Okay? I will not encourage anybody. If the person is marrying you as a second, third wife, you will know the person is marrying you as a second, third, fourth, fifth wife because we believe in polygamy. I am talking about when a married woman here now is going to satisfy herself outside her matrimonial home. All right, this is a woman that they have paid your bride price traditionally, because in Nigeria we have three marriages that is recognized. We have the registry, we have the white wedding, and we have the tradition. But the tradition is the remarriage. A tradition marriage is whereby canopies will be put over the woman's head. You will do some traditional rites. All right, they will serve some drinks for the gods. You have to do some traditional rites, which the white and the court don't do. So you know what you are going into, that you are not going to mess up. But some women know that this is an oath they have taken. But at the end of the day, they will say, after all, church is there. Church is there. All these things don't happen. Tradition still exists. Give what belongs to Caesar, and what belongs to God to God. That's what the Bible says. That is what is clearly written in the Bible. It depends. It depends. I think on health ground, you cannot say because one spouse is not healthy, then you will want to kill the person. On health ground, or maybe your job as well. What about couple that maybe the husband work abroad, offshore and all that? Will you now be living a promiscuous life because your man is not there? If you know you cannot keep yourself, then don't marry. So you said it doesn't matter what the Bible says. If a man or woman is abusive, you should leave. I did not say that you should live in an abusive marriage. I did not say you should stay, okay, to start living in an abusive marriage. I've always said work out. There should be break. There should be separation. All right, because I don't think Adam have ever for one day raised his hand on Eve. If not, God himself that created marriage would have taken Eve away from Adam. All right. Yeah, they should divorce. Yes. So that is how it is. Marriage is supposed to be sweet. Marriage is supposed to be sweet. How important it is. Would you allow your siblings to live in an abusive marriage, to continue to stay, that my man will change, my woman will change? Because I have seen, I said it earlier on before you enter the house, I have seen a man who the wife is always beating all the time, is always beating. Enough is enough was what the family people said. They came on that fateful day with a 14-seater bus to pack the man and his belonging, that this marriage is over. A man, oh, the woman is always beating, because the woman is this kind of troublesome kind of person. This is somebody I know. The woman is this troublesome kind of person. If you see all her body's mark of stabbing and all that, and the man is on the tiny side, he used to beat his husband. They married traditionally. Okay. So the family of the man came to carry their brother. Before you will kill our brother for us, please just go. And if drugs are involved, they will do all those tests now. It's already in the police custody. It's already in the police custody. So let him go, and number one, we talk how he got the gun. Though gun, they said, is legalized in US. Then all that, the reasons why he decided to kill, whether it was out of provocation, whether it was he was emotionally crushed, whether his emotions failed him, I don't know. So he will tell the court of law why he did what he did, because I don't see him as a coward. It's only the coward that will take the love of their life and also take their life and drop a suicide note. All right. So he decided to face the law, face the penalty. So as the news unveils, we shall keep you guys updated. God got an engaged woman pregnant. Jesus Christ. Don't you think the scene would have been on the climax? Jesus, I told you, I said that was the reason Jesus Christ was born, to save humanity from sin. Tomorrow, just come and deliberate more. Come and deliberate more on what you think about the importance of marriage. All right? It's not an adultery. That was why God even visited Joseph, who was Mary's husband. He visited him through Angel Gabriel to open his eyes. It wasn't because she never slept with the man. She was full of the Holy Spirit. Okay, he never slept with the man. That is to say, had it been it is now, when God created Adam from dust, had it been it is now, people would have been saying that God is a voodoo, that God have done magic, creating a human from dust. It's in the Bible, dust we are created from, even though man and woman will meet and conceive and give forth to babies. The Bible says that dust we are created from, dust to dust, and dust will go. She was full of the Holy Spirit. Yes. So tomorrow, come and talk more. All right. Let me go. Thank you for coming. You didn't come on time. Thank you for coming. Tomorrow, come and talk more what you think about the importance of marriage and your own views, whether it is important to be married or it is not. Thank you for coming to support me. See you tomorrow, God willing. Goodbye.